Kody, no dumb joke at the beginning of this episode because we actually have a guest.
Nice and serious. Button up. Yep.
Nice and serious. No, I mean not serious. It's still gonna be us, but like we're gonna have a guest. So like having an intro right now would sort of defeat the purpose of then putting the little
Right. So
theme
no
song.
intro for this episode.
No, I mean we're gonna have a really good guest, Virgo Blade, who we love talking to, and it was someone we were really excited about. And we're actually gonna get into a little bit of DC comics. So we're gonna give our thought because we didn't get into it in the interview, but our thoughts on the new Batman #1. I want you to start because I'm hosting. Mine's somewhere there.
Dude, listen. So when they said that, hey, we're relaunching Batman, because it's the same continuity, guys, so it's not like a full restart, obviously. But Batman #1, we were just on Batman, like 160 something, right? They're doing like the Hush 2, whatever.
Yeah, which I didn't even pick up. You tell me Hush 2 and I'm already not excited.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling. So when they announced that Matt Fraction was coming on, obviously someone who read the Hawkeye run back in the day.
Phenomenal,
right? I know you read that, so I was excited about this. My guess, I wanted to talk about this with you because I know you're a big fan of Jorge Jimenez.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing was I kind of wish that maybe the art was also new going into this new era, just so we have like a full fresh restart.
I was happy with Jorge.
You're right.
Yeah, which we're gonna be different, but I sort of wish at times it didn't feel like Jorge Jimenez, which is not a complaint.
At Batman 1?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
In that one specifically. It sort of like felt like something else at some points.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's showing like a new kind. He's like flexing a little bit, breaking out from what we had previously seen in the Zdarsky stuff.
But it was very good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, from an art direction, I was like, okay, Jorge kind of shut me up. I was looking for a new kind of direction in terms of art. But it's like sick Batman. Like it just looks really cool, and Batman beating the shit out of people and hanging with Killer Croc.
Killer Croc. Yeah, my thoughts, just to get him out of the way real quick, because we don't want to make this intro segment too long. I was so happy to see a very human side of Batman, which I think we haven't gotten in a while. Like just the humanity behind his like ethos and all of it. Like him having to say like, hey, maybe people can change.
Right.
It's sort of like emotionally felt like the beginning of the Poison Ivy run. That's how it felt to me. Like just very introspective,
right?
While also talking about an external villain. Very heartfelt. I loved it. No complaints, honestly. I mean, I have one complaint which I think you agree with. I think it was lacking like 2 pages.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like usually for a #1, maybe you make a little extra giant size, you know, like kind of set up. This is the foundation of your run in a way, right? So yeah, it didn't give us like a super ton to chew on. Like we get introduced to, that like doctor lady, the fact that Jim Gordon is a beat cop now instead of the commissioner. He like rejoined the force. We get a little bit of Tim Drake is going to be featured in the arc pretty heavily. But yeah, I would agree with that. It's missing a little bit of something. Maybe overall, just playing it.
We got a little bit too much DCKO at the end. Yeah, like that could have been more story.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the DCKO preview is like 6 pages on the back there.
Yeah, I mean overall, great start.
Right.
It was missing a little bit, but I'm not gonna complain about a little bit.
Yeah, still just like a really, really great start for Batman. Really excited about the direction of it, and sounds like it's doing pretty well. It's getting a lot of people in the stores, at least talking to people at my shop. Yeah. I know they had like 12 or something like that when I went on Wednesday. They were all gone by the time I went back. So
good.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, those are our thoughts on Batman #1. Now let's throw it to us and Virgo Blade, even though we just filmed that. So let's go there.
Welcoming onto the show for the very first time, we got Virgo Blade. How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up? I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Man,
happy to have you.
I know.
Happy to be here.
So happy to have you. We haven't had a guest on, Christian. It has been a while, right?
Months.
Okay.
Very much so. Yeah.
that makes me feel special.
Yeah, I would like to give you an actual number,
Hmm.
but it's been a minute.
Might be like upwards of a year or something like
Oh
that.
wow.
Yeah. But
So,
listen, Virgo, for
mhm,
people that don't know you, can you give a little like intro? Because obviously we became mutuals with you through I became mutuals with you through TikTok.
mhm.
But maybe a little intro for the people for our audience.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'm a content creator. I love talking comics, TV shows, movies, politics sometimes, pop culture, basically anything that draws my attention, I like to talk about. My specialty is really DC, but I am learning more about Marvel, getting into that a bit deeper. Yeah, and I try to mix in like relevant messages into my content so it's not all fun and games, but there's like deeper messages because comics have helped me through difficult times. And so it's deeper than just punch 'em ups and wearing capes, which is cool. We all love that, but it also goes a bit deeper. So I try to always like merge messages into what I create. There's some comedy, there's some entertainment, there's some skits. I'm trying to be like a jack of all trades. Like I try not to be too like expected. Like expect the unexpected when it comes to Virgo Blade. Sometimes I'm deep, sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I like to dance, sometimes I like to sing. So you get what you get. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I think one of the issues I ran into with my own content was having the name Comic Book Stash. When I decided that comics were a little bit too expensive, I was like, let me not buy them. And then I was like, what am I going to talk about? I'm so much more than comics, you know?
Hmm.
That's when I was like, let me venture into like movies, music, whatever.
Yeah,
And it was very freeing to be able to just be like, I like what I like. Like, I'm just going to talk about it.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's nice to see you just venture out to talk about anything.
Yeah, because we don't have to pigeonhole ourselves into like one section. We're so many different things, and I like to mix my interests. I feel like my main thing is comics. I love them, have since I was a kid, but I love books, I love TV shows and movies and interests in all areas. So I try to best represent myself in a very like open-minded and clear way.
That's good.
Hmm.
And by the way, just to clear it up, last guest was July 2024, Joshua
Ooh,
Hickson.
Okay, so it has been quite a
over a
bit. Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Okay, well that makes me feel even more special.
Nice. So Virgo, so
Yeah.
Christian kind of hinted to it. One of the questions I wanted to ask before we get into some Batman 1 stuff, some DCU stuff as well, where did the origin of the name come from? Because
People
Virgo
always
Blade, you know what I
ask this
mean? So
question.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no one ever gets it. Like they oftentimes say like Blade as in like the Marvel character,
Okay,
who
right,
who
right.
who is dope, and I don't mind that at all. But it actually comes from the magicians. It's a very powerful weapon that they use in that particular series. It's also a TV show as well. I just thought that it sounded cool, and I'm a Virgo, and I have a lot of like Virgo traits, so it just all came
Okay.
together.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so it's from okay, so I don't know, I'm not familiar with that like franchise or the IP or
Hmm.
whatever, but okay, so that's the meaning behind it. That's cool. Another question before maybe Christian has one too, but yeah, you said jack of all trades.
Hmm.
That really comes across like just scrolling a little bit through your page. So yeah, it's something that I've always loved about you ever since I came across your content, became mutual with you. You are just yourself, man, and I really appreciate like I'll never dance. I would never ever dance, but I'm like, dude, Virgo's got the moves,
Thank
man.
I hope you don't dance.
Yeah, I know. Christian's seen a little bit of the dancing,
Yeah,
got a little preview. It's
Yeah.
not pretty, so
I
everyone
would
should.
say I
Everyone should
see a
dance.
lot
It's
of
it's
like
about fun.
I see a lot of like the having many hats, master of none, jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. It's not you.
Mhm.
You like you do the things you know you can do,
Mhm.
and the things you can't, you try,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
that's magic.
yeah,
Uh,
precisely. It's like I try to be as informed as possible. Um, People can probably tell that I kind of get very deep into subjects, but I try to present it in a palatable way, so it's not like overwhelming. But yeah, like if it's something that I don't know about, I probably won't talk about it. I try to only really discuss things that I feel certain about that I can actually back up with actual facts. So I don't do things to do things. It all comes from an organic place.
Okay, so things you taught you know,
Mhm.
certainly DC,
Mhm.
certainly Batman #1.
Hmm.
What do you think? Let's get into it, dude.
Please.
It was like my return into DC Comics after
Okay.
like
Cool.
months of not buying any.
Nice. Yeah, well, I loved it. This is like exactly what I wanted from this new Batman run because it feels fresh, but it also picks up threads from the previous storyline, which I really appreciate because it's carrying on the Pennyworth Manor, like that era, which I felt like after that happened, it went right into absolute power. And so it didn't really like delve into like Batman and the Bat family. And that's like one of my favorite parts of Batman is his team, is his family. And so I really wanted them to get back to that plot point, which we haven't in almost a year, like since that's been set up. But yeah, this run feels fresh, exciting. The art is amazing. Jorge Jimenez threw it down. Like to me, this is probably his best work that he's ever done, and that's very impressive because he's done some amazing stuff. But it feels like a rejuvenation of the Batman franchise. I love the new costume. It's like a rebirth without erasing what happened before because it's not a reboot or anything, but it feels like we're starting a new adventure, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
Fresh is a good
That's
word. That's what I would use to
yeah.
describe it as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Something for me, like I never cared for like the Batman family growing up. Like whenever they'd be like, "Oh, Robin should be in the movie," I was always like, just give me Batman, I'm good." And then I think closer to like Gotham or like Zdarsky's like run, which was probably my first Batman ongoing. It was when I was like, "Oh no, they're pretty interesting." Like when Batman takes away Jason, like when he gives Jason Todd just like fear and like self doubt,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I was like, oh, these are characters that are so complete that need to be a part of it. They're so essential to who he is. I don't know. It's magical, and I like that at the end of this one we do get like a hint of like the Bat family is going to be a part of it.
That's what I was gonna ask. Because Virgo, one thing I know about you, I associate you so closely in my head with Tim Drake as a character. So I got to
Yes.
get your thoughts on, the it's Tim Drake's time. I think I forgot what
Yes.
you said in one of your videos, but like it's his time. This is your new comic book day. It's Tim's
Yes.
time, man. So yeah.
Yes. It's Tim Drake's time. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a hardcore Tim Drake Robin fan. He was my favorite since I was a kid. I relate to him. I love him. He's gone through, let's say, ups and downs. And so the fact that now the second issue of this new Batman run is going to be devoted to his story, that's huge. That makes me so happy as a Tim Drake fan because so many eyes are going to be on him in this new run and see where he's going and growing, and also his new costume, like because it harkens back to his red costume that he had 1 year later, which I loved. It represented this new era for him. um and then also his retractable bow, which that's his weapon, mind you. Like other Robins have used it across various medias, but it's his, and it's red now, and how like that the drip is wild. Like I'm just so happy with how he looks and also the story where it's going to go. It's focused on him for the second issue. So it's a really great time to be a Tim Drake Robin fan, and I just hope that more people open their eyes and realize how great this character is.
Yeah.
It's good because I don't have a Robin, so this might be mine.
Tim
I very
Drake
much
might
hope
be.
so. To give you a quick like intro to Tim Drake, he is yes, I love that shot.
I
That
love that suit.
so good. Yeah, the suit is so cool. But he is the Detective Robin. He's the next greatest detective after Batman. It's him. And I love them as a duo because they're so intelligent and they work almost as if they have the same mind, but because Tim Drake doesn't have the same like baggage that Batman does, he's actually better in certain areas because Batman has his blind spots. But Tim Drake is the
Okay.
light that guides the way. And so I'm hoping to see that type of relationship between them in this new run.
Yeah, because Tim Drake had a lot of moments to shine in the Zdarsky run. He's the one who like went in the multiverse and like got Batman when everybody else was like, "Nah, dude, I think Failsafe zapped him or whatever," right? Um,
Yes.
and yeah, so Tim, you're right with just like growing up, yeah, I don't know if Tim Drake was necessarily my Robin. I know about him like in the periphery,
Hmm.
but it kind of was the Chip Zdarsky run that kind of put him on the map for me, and kind of leveled him up in my mind as one of the Robins, certainly. And I guess I want to ask you. There's always this debate online of the kind of like direction that the different Robins should go, or um, I guess like where do you kind of want the Tim Drake character to go? Like, are you cool with him being Robin, or do you hope he kind of evolves in like some sort of like Nightwing sort of way? Um, I know that's like big talk online always. So
Yeah, so I'm happy to address this because this has been a conversation online, and I do have thoughts. So a lot of people have been upset that he's still in his Robin era and that he should like grow out of, which I completely understand as a longtime Robin fan. I do want to see him grow up. At the same time, the very nature of comics is very repetitive. They kind of like stay within their same loops. Even going to Batman, it's like he should be much older than he actually is. So that's something that we have to kind of like embrace as comic book fans, that there is a circulatory type of style that comic books have. The important thing is that Tim Drake is being featured, much like with you guys, like finding him through the Zdarsky run. This gives more people an opportunity to know him as Robin. And so I'm completely fine with him staying in this identity at this time and gaining new fans, having more great stories. In the future, I do want him to grow up. I feel like during the James Tynan's Detective Comics run, it showed him like going off to college, and that's where I was hoping that he would kind of like evolve as a character. I'm partial to Red Robin. I know some people are not, um, because of the connotations of like this was also him in a very dark place because Damian Wayne had come in and basically Dick Grayson gave the Robin mantle to him without really talking to Tim. On top of that, like no one believed that Batman was still alive because this was post Final Crisis, and Darkseid had Omega beamed him, and people thought that he was dead. But Tim Drake was the person who knew that he was alive, and he went on this whole adventure to find him. I actually made a video. Funny that you mentioned that backup story in the Zdarsky run about how he went through the multiverse to find Batman, and I have this video where I talk about how he's the Batman finder because he's the one who finds Batman, whether it's like an emotional space and he's in the dark or the multiverse, wherever he is, Tim Drake is going to find Batman. That's been his arc from the very beginning. So I'm partial to Red Robin, him growing into that identity. I've heard Grey Ghost. I think maybe with some redesign or some like deeper meaning to it, I'd be okay with it. It feels too distant from the Bat family. I like Red Robin mainly because it's connected to Kingdom Come. I feel like it has a sense of like legacy to it that Tim Drake can make it his own, even though it started off as this almost like dark negative thing, him going into this Red Robin because the Robin mantle was taken from him. To me, he made it his own, and the storyline was done very well. So yes, I do want him to grow out of the Robin mantle, but as long as he's being featured in these stories and he has like the spotlight on him, I'm happy.
yeah,
I think like Tim Drake is such like a rich character. Like I remember I bought I think the first solo appearance of Tim Drake for one of my friends, and just through buying it, like started doing my own research. Like first, and correct me if I'm wrong, first queer Batman like sidekick.
Yes, yeah, because Batwoman is a lesbian, but she's not a sidekick. So yeah.
Yeah, and still ongoing to this day as the main like Robin. It's just like I'm glad it wasn't just like a throwaway thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know there's a lot of like talk about like the by erasure of it because a lot of people are like, is he just gay? Like, it's always going to be a complicated issue with different writers coming in to get into the sexuality of a character. But I feel like amongst all the DC characters, it's been handled really well. Um, yeah, I just like the character a lot,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
excited to see him grow.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. He's such a rich character. And so whenever people say that they hate Tim Drake. I just assume that they don't know Tim Drake. He doesn't have to be your favorite character. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that unequivocally, he is a very well written, like his origin and how it was done post Jason Todd and him coming in and knowing, being so selfless to believe that he didn't want to be Robin at first. He wanted Dick Grayson to return to the role of Robin, which shows how selfless he is. That's a true hero. He saw that Batman was in need of a sidekick. Because if you think about it, his legacy of Batman, very shortly afterwards, is when he gained a Robin. He's been with him the majority of the time. It's been Batman and Robin. So Batman really needs that light in his life so he doesn't get lost in the darkness. And so that's what Tim Drake represents, and he understands that. And he understands the role of Robin. That's why he's so great at it. As far as him becoming a bisexual character, I felt like that was very fitting because it had been talked about for a long time. And it was something that, like, me even being a queer person, didn't need necessarily at the beginning. But as time went on, and I felt like attention was being taken away from him for no reason, mind you, because his Robin Solo comic lasted over 150 issues. There are main superheroes who don't have runs that long. And then after that, he had Red Robin. The only reason why it got derailed was because of the new 52. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But, and so for a while, like, I didn't need him to be a queer character to relate to him. But as time went on, I felt like it was necessary almost to, like, make people pay attention to him. But it also made sense for his story. As far as the bi erasure, I feel like now it's his time to explore this other side of his life that he hasn't gotten to, like, since his beginning. So it makes sense for him to look in this particular area because he's already been with Stephanie Brown.
Yeah.
So now he's finding himself in this relationship and seeing who he is here. And it's his first relationship really out after Stephanie Brown. So I just feel like we need to give it some time and allow him to grow.
Yeah, he's been around since the 80s, he's still a pretty young character in people's minds, especially with how many Robins there are. I feel like people would sort of choose their own Robin, and then like now we're probably getting into him because of how prevalent he's going to be. And you said it perfectly. Like, people who don't like Tim Drake probably just don't know him, and it's the same argument I have about Superman. When people hate Superman, I'm like, you just haven't read enough to know that Superman's not just like a Boy Scout. No, he's like one of the coolest characters. I know Cody's very passionate about that.
About Superman in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been such a joy just like going back and reading a lot of Superman stories and really trying to understand him more as a character. Because yeah, like growing up, people talk crap about Superman all the time, man. It was always like Batman or whoever's, the cooler superheroes, I guess, growing up. But yeah, I think that so it's obvious that you're very passionate about DC Comics, Virgo. What's your kind of sense of, like, because we're about to go into like the DC KO event, right? So I guess like just the lay of the land, like just all the DC comics that you're reading, I guess, like, what's your general sense of DC right now and the kind of general direction they're going?
I'm very happy with DC right now. Like, maybe not since the original 52 weekly series era have I been this excited and happy about the direction of it. I feel like post really like Absolute Power, they started to cook. Mainly like Scott Snyder coming in and doing Absolute Batman, which has been generational, has changed the game. The Absolute books have been exciting. But then on top of that, the All In initiative has really boosted it even further by creating this like connected narrative between them in a way that feels natural, that really didn't feel forced, whereas some other lines kind of make it feel like, oh, this is an event that's happening and you have to buy these books because we need money. Versus this felt like it was still independent, like storylines and characters that happen to have other areas of their lives kind of like match up. So the books I'm reading now, quite a lot. New Gods, Nightwing, Batman, of course. Let's see. Have more.
Are you reading Green Arrow?
Green Arrow. I am catching up on Green. It's funny that you mentioned that because I stopped reading after like maybe 2 issues, I wasn't feeling the new run as much, but someone was raving about it, and I'm like, let me give this another try. Not that I like disliked it. It was a very like detective story, but kind of similar to Batman. I like Green Arrow with his family or being very like leftist. So it's like
Gotcha.
like I kind of need more of a hook with Green Arrow. Otherwise, I just feel like if I want a detective
Yeah.
story, I'm gonna go to Batman.
I
But
wonder.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if you where did you start jumping in the just the Green Arrow run in particular? Because when Chris Condon jumps on the title, like when it starts with the All In stuff, it
Mhm.
gets pretty it gets pretty leftist. So I think you'll find a lot to like in it. And then in the second arc, he's hanging out with his family a lot more. Um, actually, the what's been going on? I don't know if there's like this Crimson Archer guy, and he's going
Mhm.
around shooting up the homeless people with drugs, making them overdose or
Mhm.
whatever. He shoots up Speedy and makes him like go
No.
into a coma and stuff like that. So now in this arc right now, Speedy is like dealing with the fact that he relapsed essentially, like he was forced to relapse by this evil Crimson Archer guy. So all that is to say, like I think if you start reading this Green Arrow run when Chris Condon jumps on, it might give you a lot of what you're looking for. So
Wait, did he shoot up Roy or
yes, what did I say?
Speedy? Just making sure.
Oh, I guess in my mind, okay.
just
Well, no,
just
it is.
just making sure. Just because there's like another Speedy, but
Oh,
he
I got you.
yeah.
Roy, yeah, yeah.
Okay, Roy.
Because at
Okay,
this
cool.
point, he doesn't go by Speedy. You're right,
Okay,
for
cool.
sure.
Just make sure. That's horrible to do
Yeah, yeah. It's
to Roy especially. I feel offended by that, and it does make me want to read it. Because I'm currently I think it's the like saltwater killer arc.
yeah. That's the first Chris Condon arc right there, it's crazy to say, but I think the second arc that deals with Speedy relapse or Roy
Roy.
relapsing and stuff like that
Mm,
might even be better than the first arc. So
okay,
the fresh
yeah,
blood
because
killer
like
stuff.
I am starting to like where it's going because Black Canary is being brought in, and I love her. I love Dinah. She's a queen, no pun intended. And so that last issue that I read has piqued my interest. So I'm gonna keep at it, and then with you saying that, definitely has me interested.
Gotcha.
I gotta read the beginning of it,
Mm.
so
Well,
I'm excited.
so not to derail you. So Virgo, you were going on a roll of all like the DC titles you
Oh
were
yeah,
liking and stuff like that.
it's a lot. The
Yeah, yeah.
budget is budgeting, but also Mr. Terrific Year One.
Hmm.
I'm so happy that Mr. Terrific is getting some shine. Like he's one like I feel like I have like a roster of characters and teams that I am like the main advocate for. And like
Right,
Mr.
right.
Terrific, like I want him to become an A-list superhero for people to know how great he is. I've been talking up the JSA. That's where I first found him. He is the smartest man in the DCU. I've said it before. Not the
Mhm.
third. I'm sorry. He has the facts to back it up. And this storyline, which shows his origin story, does such a great job of showing that human side of him, where he struggles with his choices after the death of his wife. It's about grief, but also about hope and how it's connected to what's happening now with, for example, DCKO and the Earth becoming apocalypse and even Darkseid creating the absolute universe. Like Mr. Terrific is really kind of in the center of this storyline. So that's also one of the books that I'm excited to read every time it comes out. Love Mr. Terrific. I have like all my
I
books here.
He's one of my. I think like I've heard a lot of people talk shit about Strange Adventures, but to me that was my intro
Mm.
into Mister Terrific,
That's maybe my favorite Tom King story.
and that was my intro. I was like, this is like a really cool character I've
Yeah,
never heard about before.
yeah. And I was like surprised how much I liked his Mr. Terrific. Maybe his best written character, in my personal opinion, which wasn't on my bingo but I mean, I'm all for surprises. But yeah, like because made him very smart, and
Yeah,
he got out of like situations very Mr.
smartest
Terrific like.
character in
Yeah.
that book.
Dude,
Yes.
the Mr. Terrific like wave of like the tsunami of love that this character is getting right now
Oh
is pretty
yeah,
crazy.
Yes.
Like my brother super into Mr. Terrific right now. When we went comic book shopping, he found the compendium for the Terrifics by Jeff Lemire,
Mm-hmm.
and even though it was like, you know, $60, it's the first time comic book shopping. He's like, I need this compendium. I got to find
Oh,
out more
wow.
about Mr. Terrific. So
That's a great
He's a
sign.
yeah, yeah.
very
That's
complete
dope.
character.
Yeah, and so I have to thank the Superman movie for introducing so many people to Mr. Terrific to understand how great of a character he is. Because I've been going back and reading the JSA from the 90s, like 1999, and he's written so well in that too. Like he becomes the chairman of the JSA in like a few issues. He's that good where they're like, oh, it's him. And this is like an old school institution, but they realize he's on another level. So the dopeness of Mr. Terrific is being understood by everyone at this moment. And so I'm also hoping that we get to see something from him in the future. I have some
Yeah.
theories of like live action stuff that's going to happen. So hopefully we get that.
I mean, he got the best scene in that entire movie. So
Yeah, that was it. Uh,
it, I don't know. You want to get into the DCU because we got a good start.
I was gonna say that's a nice segue, and of course Virgo's wearing the shirt for the occasion, right?
Always
Big news
represent.
for the DCU, hot off the press. Maybe we can get into some, Mr. Terrific theories. I kind of like that, but just in a
Oh,
general sense, dude. With the Man of Tomorrow announcement just hot dropping the other day, where's the
mhm.
excitement? Where's the Virgo Blade excitement for the DCU right now?
Okay, let's set it up. Because as a DC fan, if anyone is a DC fan, they know the trials and tribulations that means. I always say, like, I love being a DC fan, but I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. You get lied to, and you get promises broken, but then there are moments like this where like good things actually happen. And that's what I feel like the era we're in now. So I'll say that it really started with the Superman movie because I was wishing, praying, and hoping that it would be good. Like, I don't want DC to fail. Like, I want it to succeed and to thrive and to have a connected universe where I can theorize and be excited for these stories. So, after watching the Superman movie in theaters and seeing that it was amazing, it was done very, very well, I felt secure enough to like begin hoping again. And so now with them announcing the Man of Tomorrow movie, and all these other projects surrounding it as well. But it shows that they have faith in this franchise and that we are definitely getting these stories because we've had, once again, so many broken promises like, oh, the Cyborg movie was supposed to happen. uh, yes, I still remember that. It's like this stuff is important to me. um, and they just like fall through. So the fact that they're like announcing it, like things are like moving ahead, it's a great time to be a DC fan for the films as well. Man of Tomorrow, I'm excited about where it's going because it feels fresh, like with it being like a Superman slash Lex story. There's so much
Yeah.
to play with their dynamic. Nicholas Holt did an amazing job as Lex, so I'm excited to see him again, and he'll probably have more screen time with him being with
Yep.
Superman. I want to see their dynamic and how they work together. So it has a lot of potential, especially with those images of them showing his armored suit, which is
Mm-hmm.
iconic. Uh, and also I like not knowing exactly where it's going to go. Like, because
Yeah.
the whole point, which I always say, is like it's not to adapt a one-to-one version of anything because that's not why we read
Mm-hmm.
comics. Like, I don't want The Dark Knight Returns again. I've already read it. Like, you can be inspired by it. You can like pull elements from it. So it's not about copying and pasting. So with this, I feel like, oh, it's obviously going to borrow from the comics, but where are they going to go that makes it fit for the universe? And I feel like with James Gunn talking up the whole pocket dimensions, I feel like that's going to play a big role into it, and with him saying that Peacemaker will also like lead into it, I'm paying close attention because Peacemaker, that's also a very big aspect of that show too. So I'm looking for all the clues and seeing what they can do with it. People are saying Brainiac will be the villain and that's why they come together, which is, I assume that something huge would have to come in order for them to
Mm-hmm.
actually work together. I First of all, Brainiac is my favorite Superman villain. Uh, I've been wanting to see him like on the big screen in a Justice League movie. That's my only caveat, is that I wanted him to be a villain for the team,
Okay.
not for Superman and Lex. I wouldn't mind it because we still have Darkseid. There's still other things, but since Brainiac to me is like my end all be all favorite, I kind of wanted to save him. But
Okay.
a good story is a good story.
Yeah, I heard James Gunn talk about it, and I like the how he sort of humanized Lex to me, saying that like imagine you're the most beloved man in the world 3 years ago, and then out of nowhere this guy comes and everyone's like, no, he's better. And I was like, oh, I get it. I wouldn't like do a quarter of the things that Lex did, but I understand where he's coming from. Where
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucks for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like that now now having to work together. After hearing that, I was like, I know he hates him, but like knowing why. In James Gunn's mind, it's like it's just jealousy, like pure jealousy. It's gonna be interesting for them to team up.
Yeah, for him to put his issues aside to work with Superman because he wants all the glory. And
Yeah.
that's where his envy of Superman comes from. So it's really going to show like his character because he was willing to let so many people die in the Superman movie with the rift happening. So I'm curious to see where the maybe altruism comes within Lex to where he obviously it's going to be for glory, but how much is going to be for like the people? And that's what
Yeah,
I want to see, you know, because it's
yeah,
like fame without actually having that connection to people. Like I enjoy connecting and talking to people. Like I just that's the part that I don't relate to of Lex, to where it's like these are the people who you want adoring you, and yet you don't respect
hmm
them enough to like actually save their lives.
I sense like a big like backstabbing moment at
Oh
the
yeah.
end.
Oh, that's gonna happen. Like maybe with actual kryptonite.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, okay, now I look good.
Get
So
him out
it's
of
gonna
the
be
way, and
interesting.
then I'll step into the spotlight. That would definitely be a
Yeah,
Lex move, and I'm just excited to see how Nicholas Holt is going to play it because he once again he did such a great job in the movie. I believe that he was Lex. He was seething with like hatred for Superman, and some of those lines were just like wild. I calling him an it. I'm like, oh, we're getting that Lex. I'm here for it.
I well, Cody, you have any questions? I have like a big one that might be like more of a closing statement.
No,
And I
no,
don't
no,
know
you
if
go
you.
for it. Yeah, yeah.
I have a favorite, but like hearing like everything, especially like with how passionate about the DCU and like knowing all the projects that they've announced and then canceled or just forgotten. Do you have a favorite or like a project you're the most looking forward to
I
in
do.
this DCU? Let's hear it.
Okay, so it is Teen Titans. Um, I know that the script is being written, and there are rumors that Tim Drake Robin will be the Robin on that team. And
I
I'm not
love
sure
that.
if either of you have read Teen Titans: A Kid's Game by Jeff
No.
Johns and Mike McCone. I highly, highly, highly suggest that you do. It's what got me into comics. Like I read that as a kid, and that was my introduction to the Teen Titans, but also like the DCU to a greater extent because like my brother is a huge Batman fan. Like and that's really where the indoctrination started. But like I got into it on my own and the first thing that I picked up was Teen Titans, a kids game. And the structure of that team with the younger generation, Robin, Superboy, Wonder Girl, and Kid Flash being taught by the older Titans was such a like blend of generations, and the story was thought provoking and interesting, and I love the dynamics, and also like it could pull in the whole like Kryptonian slash Lex Luthor clone of it all with Superboy. I just feel like Teen
Yeah.
Titans just has so much potential like as a property because I mean everyone knows it. It's one of their biggest teams
Mm-hmm.
with the success of the animated series. And I feel like this could like breathe new life into the franchise. And then once again, selfishly, I want Tim Drake Robin on the team. And so like that's my whole like theory with them doing like Tim Drake in Fortnite, because he's there alongside Superman. They could have used the other Robins, but they chose Tim
Yeah.
Drake. So I'm pushing my Tim Drake agenda hard. And I'm looking for any signs to show that he's still relevant and that they want people to get to know this character because he's going to be used in the DCU.
Listen, I'm letting the indoctrination of this conversation. I'm there with you.
Mhm.
I'll be selfish too. Let's get Tim Drake.
Thank you.
I don't know what Cody's excited about. I'm excited for Titans because it's been so long since they announced it. It was like one of the first things they announced, and we know nothing. And then of course I'm gonna like something stupid like Booster Gold, but like I just want to watch all of it.
Yeah.
But I think like it's the one question that like everyone has such a different answer. Like, what are you most excited about? Like, some people just want like straight like give me like a Batman movie, which is cool. I'm never gonna judge that, but like we've gotten a million, dude. Give me something I have not seen.
Yeah, that's the cool part right now with the DCU. It really feels like anything's on the table, man. It really does feel like anything and everything's on the table. Okay, backing it up a little bit though, Virgo. Why we still got you? I wanted to get into this because I know that you say it all the time. You're a writer as well. So I'm just curious. I guess first off, right? You mentioned Lex Luthor having bars in the movie, right? In the Superman movie. Virgo, you got some bars when you do your videos, man.
Thank you.
Sometimes you'll just be saying something and then you'll just what was it? You said I just watched it. It was you had a Dan Mora cover for Mr. Terrific, and you said it was like such a cold cover it like almost froze your hand or whatever. So
I got frostbite.
I just gotta yeah, exactly. So I just gotta ask right off the top, do you script your videos or are you just off the cuff, man? I gotta know.
I'm off the cuff.
Man, good. That's crazy.
Good.
Yeah. I used to freestyle as a kid, so that's part of it. But yeah, like I love words, and actually, I consider myself more of a writer than I am like a performer, like doing this. I really went to TikTok because my tweets weren't taken off because Twitter would suppress my views. I still had fire bars there, but no one saw them. So I felt kind of like forced to join TikTok. And I know I probably seem more natural than I actually seem, but I like being behind a computer. I like writing and thinking out like my words. That's why I like when I edit a video, I'm like, oh, I should have said that. I should have said this. Like I'm a writer slash editor. So I'm always thinking like that could have been made better. I could have made that clearer. So whenever I receive like compliments, that's very much appreciated because I'm very hard on everything that I do. But yeah, like it's off the cuff. It's what I think in the moment. As you can probably tell, my brain works on various levels. I contain multitudes and multiverses. See, um, but yeah, like I try to have it come off as natural as possible. Being in the moment, saying things that will gain people's attention while also like being informative at the same time. I try to have that nice balance, and also it brings me to the table. Like it's about like the individuality of what you're presenting because anyone can present news or this cool cover, but it's like how do I feel about it? So it's like instead of blocking myself off of like the personality that I actually have, I'm like, no, let me indulge in it and say how I would actually talk to a friend. And all of my friends know like my personality. I'm very like quick. So I try to bring that version of myself to the camera and not like hide it behind another facade.
It's working.
Thank you.
When we were talking about getting a guest on, I think we both separately said your name. So
wow, that's very nice.
You want a compliment?
This is giving me a boost that I sorely needed because both of your stuff, like it's great. Like I love like how you shoot yours. Like it's very cinematic quality. I feel like how it like cuts, and then yours so and like I love your comic book picks of the week. You're always so informative and you get me interested in books that I like maybe looked over or like glossed. I'm like, you know what? I should check that out. Like you're definitely a resource that I'm like, if he likes it, I'll check it out.
Kody is the comic book guy. I think I always joke and say that I make my videos look nice because I have nothing to say. Of course, that is not true, but
It's not true.
you know, I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words, dude. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah,
Definitely deserve it.
And I want to thank you for your time. I'm excited to read more Mr. Terrific. I'm excited to read Teen Titans.
Please do.
A kid's game. I wrote it down.
It must be in the Omni that I have over there that I haven't even opened up yet. Dude.
Crack it open.
Because you said Jeff Johns, I'm like, I think I've got that Omni.
It's so good. I've read it maybe like 4 times.
Gotcha. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I'll read it a 5th. But I wanted to ask you, where can people find you? Because you said you contain multitudes. I don't want to just say your TikTok.
Yeah. So Virgo Blade, check it out on TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky. I'm on Twitter. I don't want to be, but I'm on there too. I still call it Twitter, not X.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. But yeah, the main social media places. And I'm on Virgo Blade for everything.
Okay. And do you have any projects you're excited about? Anything you're working on?
I've got a few manuscripts that I'm pushing out to various agents. I got a few bites, but I don't like to say anything until like the eggs have been hatched.
That's good.
But people interest has been shown. I'm just very critical about who I work with, who I want to represent me. And if anyone knows anything about the publishing industry, it can be a very long wait. But yeah, I feel like aside from that, still doing my videos, I'm gonna go even harder into the DCU of it all, trying to like convert kind of like casual fans into hardcore fans. That's kind of like my other goal of like, oh, the TV shows and movies. It's really all like a bridge to the comics, I feel like. So I try to like merge those worlds. So expect even more DCU content as well as Marvel stuff too. I have I've been talking about the new Captain America run, which has been very good. And also have some like hot MCU takes that
good.
Yes. Nice. Yes. I'm loving this Captain America. Like the more political, the better. But yeah, have some cool MCU takes that I'm getting ready for, because I know it always gets the people moving.
Good.
But yeah, so yeah, that's what's coming up.
Well, I can only speak for myself, but I'm going to speak for Kody as well. Hopefully we can have you on as the DCU progresses, so we can have some nice nuanced takes on the growing universe. Maybe even the MCU. Let's talk shit about it. I don't care.
I was going to say, guys, make sure you're following Virgo everywhere he's at, because he makes some really great videos, man. Really well spoken. It's just an honor to have you on. Thanks for joining us, and we'll for sure have you on. I'm making that a promise, Christian, in the future. All right?
Good.
Dope. Looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Thank you, Virgo, for joining us. And back to Christian and Kody.
Whoa, Kody, that was such a good interview.
Always love talking to Virgo, man. I'm glad we could do it sort of like a face-to-face, even though it's through the internet.
Yeah. No, great takes.
One of my favorite creators on the apps.
One of my favorite creators. One thing, and I know I said it in the interview. We both said his name separately. As to like who we wanted as a guest. So very happy we could do it. And I'm just excited for people to see that, and people who follow Virgo Blade. One of the most like, I would say like, intelligent creators out there right now.
So well spoken. When he said that he doesn't script his videos, literally blew my mind.
I don't know. I was just happy to witness it all, and I got no complaints. Honestly, it was one of those things where like I knew that interview was gonna be good, and what am I gonna say? It was good. So yeah, I'm happy.
Definitely have him on in the future. It was awesome.
Yeah. And now we get into our little segment.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a little update on the Shane Todd situation.
Yeah, dude. Listen, Big updates as far not really, guys. Christian, one of the things that a lot of people were saying. So obviously, give people a little bit of context. Last episode,
Yeah,
we did a fan cast. Christian, Shane Top Booster Gold.
yeah,
It's like trending right now. A lot of people are saying it. They're
yeah.
making fan edits and memes um and I guess my question for you, the point that a lot of people brought up is the fact that Smosh films their stuff on like a two like however month delay.
Like
Um
in a month.
so my question for you,
They film in blocks. It's a month delay.
are
There you
we
go.
gonna end up on Smosh, dude? Is Shane Top gonna react to our clip, dude?
I don't know if he would react to a clip, but the if addressed, the topic will be there. I don't think will
Okay.
be directly mentioned, although it would be pretty cool. Smosh is a company I really admire and respect. Like I've said before, I can't even call myself a fan. It's just like as someone who's creating content, I just respect them so much. But I like to see the Shane Top fans rally. It's just like
They
people
rallied.
who, yeah, it's sitting at 38,000 views right now, which for some people it might be nothing, but for us, big jump.
Yeah.
Um, really exciting, and like some comments, people said like he's too short.
That's what I was gonna ask you. What's your take on that, dude? Maybe
I
like
think
not even like to Shane Top, but just in general for like actors and stuff. Like, what's your opinion
I
on height and stuff like that?
I think it depends on the character.
Right?
I think like listen for if Hugh Jackman's tall, whatever. That one I feel like they should make him a bit shorter, like just because it's such a part of the character.
Right? He's a little
But
angry
Booster,
guy, you know. It's
yeah,
supposed to be,
but
but
Booster Gold being a short guy who almost had a football career makes me laugh even more.
yeah,
I know Shane has talked about it in the past, like he wore like platforms to look taller, although he says like it didn't really add much. Like he's 5'8", he's my height. I think he's 5'8". I wouldn't say I'm short. Like you've been next to me, like I'm like that's the average height in the United States, I think.
no, you know
Uh,
what? Walking around with you, it just feels comfortable because that's what the height Riley is. She's right at
yeah,
5'8", so it just felt like hanging out with my wife.
good. It. I don't think that's like super short. I understand it's shorter than Booster Gold, and I'm not even defending my height. You want to call me a short king? I don't give a fuck. But it's one of those things where like if Booster Gold as a character is wearing platforms to look taller, I think that just adds to it. Um,
Short
and I
guy
think
energy, yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot of like the takes of like, no, it has to be like a famous actor. Like, why?
Right.
Why does it need to be? Also, someone called him like, I hate to say this, someone called him fat.
Someone said he's fat, dude.
Yeah, someone said like, oh, he's too fat, huh? But like to bring up an interesting point with that, he was like more like ripped,
Okay.
and he said he was trying to bulk up.
Right. I figured there'd be a reason, right?
Why is he trying to bulk up?
Oh, I see what you're saying. For a role. No, I think the funny part is, and someone like made a maybe they were vaguely talking about us, I guess. But I guess they were saying like there's no booster gold thing even in the works right now, dude. Like where's all this like
There
where's this
is.
wave of
They
booster
announced that
gold?
there was gonna be a booster gold like
That's what I was gonna
thing.
say. I was like, didn't am I misremembering? I thought that they said that they were working on a booster gold at some
Yeah, I don't
point.
think they have a script, but they did announce that they were working on it.
That's what I thought too. So I didn't think we were
Um,
so out of line trying to fan cast
no,
something
and
like that.
also like for people saying like Smosh films a month in advance, my original video is from March 2024.
Right. That's true.
So how do you feel
You've
about
been
that?
fan casting them, dude.
Someone commented like last week, like, "Damn, you were early."
This guy says Tom Hardy. Oh no, he says no. He says Tom Hardy played Bane, so height shouldn't be an issue. So
Okay, good.
I thought
Yeah,
for a
it's
second he was saying Tom Hardy should be
yeah. People saying like he's not famous enough. Oh, what?
like okay, dude. People keep saying this guy Allen.
Too big.
He's massive, guys. I don't think you guys understand how big this human is. Like, think of the biggest human. Allen's bigger, dude. He's
Yeah.
massive.
The only fan cast I would agree with, and I'm gonna show it right now because like I want you to see it, but like I can put it up on the screen just to make it easier for the cast. Someone said Graham Rogers, who's from the show Atypical.
Okay, I don't know if I'm familiar with him, but I got you.
That one I can see.
Oh, you sent me that guy's pic. Okay, yeah, just from like I don't know what he's from, but yeah, just his face.
He's really funny.
I
He's
got
really
you.
funny. So that one I'm like, okay, I'll be okay with that. I personally don't want like a huge actor attached to this role.
Yeah, I mean, I just scrolling past the guy who says he wants Glenn Powell. Like, please, that's the one thing, guys.
Dude, they're trying to feed me Glenn Powell everywhere, dude.
I know, dude. Glenn
I don't know.
Powell.
Yeah, that's the ending of the Shane Top. I don't even know if
It
we'll
was just
post this
funny.
online.
That was just
It's funny. If
Yeah.
he gets it, that's really cool, dude. I think Shane Top's like a hell of a guy.
It was just funny to me because people were literally just arguing. They were
Yeah.
like they were going back and forth of no, he's too tall, no, he's too short. It's like it's not that serious, guys. But
Yeah.
thank you for
It's
the
a fan
engagement.
cast.
I really appreciate y'all coming out. All the
I will
Top
say
people.
as my last point of this, the hashtag give me top is the funniest thing.
Yeah, with two P's. It's really good.
Don't use it again, but it's funny.
Yeah, be careful.
I don't think
on the hashtag.
I don't think he would want that hashtag to be used, him or his partner. But yeah,
Right on, dude.
Yeah. Let's get into reading, watching, playing, whatever the segment is called.
Oh yeah.
You want to go first? I know you got a big one you want to talk about.
You want to do watching first?
Yeah, let's do watching.
So guys, listen. Big thing that me and my wife been watching. Actually, you know what? I'll start with Friendship because I also watched that with my wife. What a wacky kind of weird movie, dude. We loved it. We had a great time watching it. The whole time we're thinking, what is wrong with this guy? It's funny that Paul Rudd plays the character he plays, like the very much like
the straight man,
just the straight man, normal guy. When I feel like maybe that's not his usual role, you could say.
Yeah. Paul Rudd, but he brings so much to it. Like when they sing that song, like I've been watching you. It's dude, it's so funny.
There's one of my favorite lines in maybe anything like recently. It's when the son kisses the wife in the lips, and then it just cuts to him, and he's like, "You guys kiss on the lips," and then it like cuts immediately to just something else like that.
I loved him saying two lines when he wakes up after licking the frog, and he says that was like 5 minutes. I like that, but I also like when he says you can't do this to a guy. You can't just be friends with him and forget about him.
Yeah.
It's such a funny movie. My review of Friendship, I put it on Letterboxd. It was 5. It was 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good. My review is, I know you haven't watched I Think You Should Leave, but almost 2 hour long, beautifully shot I Think You Should Leave sketch that answers the question, what if you couldn't hang?
That's a good one.
That's it. It's the entire movie's like, what if you couldn't hang?
Yeah, because okay, so you punch Paul Rudd, it's like whatever, right? I mean, you can get past that, you just apologize. Puts the soap in his mouth and all this shit. It's like, dude. Yeah, I loved it, dude. It was so good.
He leaves his wife in the fucking sewers.
Dude, when it's just him screaming in the dark with like the lighter just up to his face, like
I like when his wife is like, I don't think this is working out, and I think I'm gonna leave, and he says something like, where are we going? Just the most clueless man of all time. And I'm always every time I see a Marvel movie announced, I'm always like, "Did you see the new Marvel one? It sounds good. They say it's gonna be nuts.
They say it's freaking sick. They say it's gonna be nuts, dude." But yeah. So, anyways, Friendship. You guys should watch it. We caught it on. I think it's on HBO.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yeah. Check it out, guys. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
How about you? What else you been watching?
I've been watching The Conjuring.
Yeah.
I watched The Conjuring #1. I gave that also an 8 out of 5, a 4 out of 5. My review was called this movie Laxatives: The Way It Made Me Almost Poop My Pants.
There you go.
Great movie.
I was gonna say, sign of a good horror movie if it almost makes you poop, dude.
I don't like horror movies, and I've been very open about this, but I wanted to watch it. Really quick, my history with the Warrens, the main characters in the series. There was this show called, I think, Paranormal State that I watched with my mom when I was a kid, like 12. And they would always bring in this old lady. And we would always laugh because she'd enter the house like, oh, I feel a presence. and we'd always be like, "This fucking old lady doesn't know what she's talking about, dude." And then when The Conjuring was announced, we saw Lorraine Warren, and we were like, "Oh shit, that's the old lady, dude. This is the old lady from the show." So I was like, now that the series has ended, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. So it's been really fun. I'm almost done with the second one. I had to go to sleep because I work and I'm a big boy. But yeah, and then I've been watching a little bit of Peacemaker. Transition to you talking about your show.
Yeah. Well, I guess because we'll get into Peacemaker. There'll be time to talk about Peacemaker.
There's another episode like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I got you. The big show that we've been watching, me and my wife, Grey's Anatomy, dude. It goes
staple in my house.
I can't tell you. Okay, so like going into it, I'm like, it's just gonna be a medical show, whatever. This show is great, guys. Like, there's a reason why it's top 10.
That show fucks, and the people
dude.
in it do too.
And I don't want to talk about it too long because I know that whenever we talk about some topics,
whenever we talk about something female-led, people
I know,
hate
dude. Bunch of misogyny. Same thing, dude. When I posted my Supergirl action figure, lowest viewed action figure video, misogynist, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's like Taylor Swift, no views.
Yeah, dude. But listen, guys, Grey's Anatomy. We just saw the episode. That's the musical one.
Okay. Damn, it's been
dude.
It's been ages.
The show is just working for me, guys. It's like so good. All the relationships.
I got to
all the different like love triangles flipping all around. Will they? Won't they?
I got to a point where now, and I didn't do it for the current season, but now I just watch the first and last episode of every season. My mom will be like, "Hey, I'm starting a new season. I'll watch the first one. When it ends, I'll watch the last one." Yeah, and I ask questions about the middle. But yeah, no, it's like it's so many seasons.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to stop, but we're in it right now. I kept saying that as long as like that first class was there, so like Yang, right?
Yeah,
Karev, right? I'll keep it going, but they keep introducing new characters.
Yeah, and they're good characters.
They are, dude. So
I listen. Appalled that you're not watching Stranger Things and you're watching Grey's Anatomy, but you are watching it with your wife, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of a break.
We'll probably watch it right after we film this, dude. Be completely honest with you,
dude. We to end this tiny episode, even though it's probably our longest episode. You got homework for me. I got homework for you. I'm gonna get my homework out of the way because we already mentioned it. This homework we're gonna be talking about in the next episode. I don't know if we're gonna do this every episode, but we'll try to like give each other homework every now and then.
Yeah.
It's usually gonna be a movie because
nice and quick.
We don't want to do a TV show. It's too long. My homework for Kody is the Black Cauldron, a 1985 Disney animated movie, my favorite animated movie of all time.
I gotta watch it. If it's Christian's favorite, I gotta check it out. So
yeah. And Kody, what do you got for me,
dude? So I don't know. Do you watch like mob movies a lot? Would you say it's like a genre that you've kind of explored, or not so much?
I have explored it. I don't do it often.
Okay,
but there is some Italian in me. Yeah,
dude. We got for you, Christian, The Departed. You gotta watch
Boston.
The Departed. You gotta get you some Boston.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Boston. Dunkin' Donuts. No R's in any word ever.
Yeah.
Do you know the concept? I'm not gonna spoil it. Do you know the concept of this dang freaking movie, dude? It's so sick.
Yes, it's sick. It's a cop pretends to be is an undercover mafia person, and then a mafia person is an undercover cop.
Yep, exactly.
I know a little bit.
It's like Matt Damon's character from like a young age. He's kind of been sort of groomed to be in the mob, and they're like, "Hey, this kid's smart. Maybe he could be in the cops." So that he's like growing up, he knows that he's gonna be a cop and be a detective, all this stuff, and he's working for the mob the whole time. So Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, classic, man. I think you're gonna love it, dude.
I will watch it. We will talk about it in the next episode.
Jack Nicholson.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
I sadly know a little bit of spoilers, but that shouldn't taint my experience because if the movie's good enough, the spoilers won't matter.
There you go, dude.
So that's the end closing statement of this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us with our Virgo Blade interview and our little whatever. Kody, you got anything less to say?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say thank you guys for listening if you made it this far, and thank you for giving us the grace to have a guest on. It's something that Christian and I wanted to incorporate more into our channel and into the show as we go. So yeah, dude, expect some more guests as we go forward.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys like the little like mini discussion and kind of we surround it instead of maybe that's better flow, I guess we were thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, go check out Kody's content. Go check out my content. Go buy the
yeah.
merch if you want. It's tailored to this specific look of the show now.
Right.
And yeah, don't forget, everyone who's nice here, we love you. And the people that are not nice, we actually hate you.